So, as a B2B CMO, you have obviously been regularly uploading videos on YouTube for, I think, a little over a year now. What are some of the lessons that you've learned about using YouTube as a marketing channel?
Yeah, we started putting stuff on YouTube probably early last year. So about a year and a half now, we started with no subscribers and now we're up to 1,600. So some of the
Wow.
stuff I learned in that first year and a half is that YouTube is actually pretty difficult to get started with. Carving out that first 1,000 subscribers was actually harder than I thought it was going to be. And part of it was it just feels like less a social platform at first, like because you're just posting. I feel like you're just posting stuff into the void and there's less interacting with other like people and accounts. Although I guess that is probably a better way to grow faster if you did do that. I'm not sure what that looks like, but just getting started, not having any kind of name or recognition or having a lot of your stuff in the system, it's hard to get started. So one of the big things I learned is that consistency is key. Kind of just getting started and sticking with it is a big part of it. And one of the other things that I kind of learned that was really interesting to me is how similar YouTube is to SEO. So, and how much like crossing there is. So when people are searching Google for LinkedIn ads agency or LinkedIn retargeting, the page one results is a mix of paid ads, blogs, listing sites, and they've been including video on there. So YouTube videos can actually rank for Google searches. They can actually improve the SEO and searchability of your brand, key terms, and even on the videos on your website. So that was something that I really did not kind of expect and learned. And then the other thing that I learned that I think was really good was the assets. It's almost never a waste. It's not like just, okay, we got to spend this time and money on YouTube. Like if I make a long YouTube video, it can equal one decent YouTube video. You could probably use the audio for a podcast, and then you could break that long video into like 5 or 6 little video clips that could be used on Facebook, LinkedIn company page, LinkedIn ads, LinkedIn personal profile. So the almost nothing that I've done for YouTube is just for YouTube. So I didn't feel like I was just sinking time and money into just YouTube. Almost all of that kind of was assets I could use other places.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I know, repurposing content is a big piece of any marketing channel, and making sure that, especially something like YouTube, where there's a lot of effort and time and resources that go into making video, it's really important that you're able to. So in a similar vein, you recently posted about, 8 booked calls that came from our YouTube channel. I think this was with self-reported attribution. If you had to report to a leadership team, which you're in a great position that you don't have to, but how would you kind of sell this ROI to them?
So that would be a tough one because probably like the time and energy and video, and even I've upgraded my video equipment to do better video in the last 6 months. So justifying kind of that time and cost when typically we only get 2, 3, maybe 4 booked calls that are saying they came from YouTube. And we've been putting in consistent time and energy for over a year and a half. So by any normal means, that's not the best. They wouldn't say that's the strongest channel, or that they'd be really questioning all that time and energy and 150 videos we made to generate 3 extra calls a month. Doesn't really seem like it's worth it. So a month like this comes off and we have 8. I don't even know if that is enough to generate a positive ROI just on the surface. So the big thing I keep in mind is, what am I building? What is the long-term vision of this? Because yeah, if it was just like the efforts I put in last month and those 8 booked calls that we got from it, I guess that probably would be a positive ROI situation. That's not normally the case for us, but I know where we're headed with wanting to build one of the largest LinkedIn ads video libraries out there. That's a worthwhile endeavor that will reap a lot of rewards. And then the other thing I kind of realize is that it's not a great top of the funnel channel for us. It's great middle and bottom of the funnel. Like it doesn't do a great job attracting people to us, but I can't tell you how many prospects have told us throughout the sales cycle that they, watched a lot of our YouTube videos, or that the YouTube videos were an impactful part of their buyer journey. So whether it's super attributable or not, or we even get that many book calls from it, I also believe that the channel itself is great for those in our pipeline and causes them to trust us more and reach a purchase decision faster and comfortable spending more money. And those are really hard to judge. So I guess I would just have really honest conversations with my leadership and hope that they feel the same way I do, or that trust me enough that I believe it's worth the investment, because it would be kind of hard to justify just in black and white numbers.
Yeah, I agree too. And as someone who works in both, marketing and managing some of our client accounts, I think it's really important to touch on how useful these can be for existing clients, even after they've already left the sales funnel. I have sent countless of our YouTube video links to any of our clients to tell them about, a particular ad type that they don't know about yet, or they want to understand more about our strategies. As a client manager, it saves me so much time than having to type out everything in an email or having to hop on a call to say something that, we say regularly in our marketing, we say regularly on our YouTube channel, and they just maybe haven't had that touch point yet. It's something that, YouTube videos can be used across the board in things outside of marketing too.
Yeah. And they do a great job of like showing them. I think the reason I love YouTube so much is, but there's something super satisfying and simplistic about just showing them like, click here. And then when this drop down, then do this. Like, so just being able to show people how to do stuff. And that's a lot of, I find myself sending my own YouTube videos to people. How do I add someone to my account? How do I create a custom dashboard? Like a lot of the, how do I do whatever, there's a video for it. And I'll actually show you. I think that's a really powerful touch. Not just for marketing, but internal for clients as well.
Yeah. And like you said, it's a resource that is permanent and it lasts forever. And even if, YouTube changes or the UI changes, you can always either record an updated video, you can go back and edit a YouTube video to make it up to date. But honestly, it's something that'll last forever and will continue to provide value way past it being a marketing piece.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So how do you plan to integrate YouTube into your marketing strategy moving forward? And is there anything that people watching this video should look forward to seeing?
I definitely think that YouTube is going to be part of our marketing plan moving forward. So a couple of things that I really believe in as far as the future of YouTube for us is I'm really sold on the quality of touch that it has. For example, the people that say they do come from YouTube, even though we don't get a ton of them yet, they close at a higher rate than any of our other channels. They close 50% of the time. So if they came from YouTube, then they are usually already sold. And I think what happens is they go to YouTube to try to do it themselves. And then two things happen. A, they realize it's more complicated than they thought. And B, they're sure now more than ever that Impactable knows what they're talking about because we're talking, through complex things and these, okay, that's a lot. Maybe you guys should just do this for me. So one of the things I do want to do is I have a really good beginners series on there. I want to come out with a packaged kind of intermediate or advanced, maybe I'll just go to the advanced, but have a more advanced playlist that's more of a college course on LinkedIn ads and really get more into the mechanics of it, some of the more subtle nuances, the advanced things that you can do. Because I do focus most of my time and attention on very basic practical advice. And I don't do a ton. Well, I think some people might think they're more high level, but for me, I think I spend most of my time doing foundational stuff, which I think is the most important. So I do think coming out with more advanced series on that, a lot more, I think, interviews and probably another series of how to. And then the other thing is, I guess it's already been in the works, or I'm really spending more time to try to improve the quality of the videos too. So if you even compare our earlier stuff to the stuff we're putting out now, it's a lot different quality. That the other thing that's going to continue to happen is that the quality would improve. So I've upgraded our equipment. I've tried to skill up in different areas. I'm also kind of going to be a champion inside of our organization, helping others who want to do video do it better as well. I mean, we can't all have really, really nice webcams that we use, but we can at least know the right settings, the right software, and make the most of it. So I think those are the main things I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I have noticed, the quality knockup in videos since we've started, since you got your new camera too.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. And then I got the neon Impactable sign behind me, adds a nice little ambiance to the room.
You always got to get the vibe right in video.
I know. This is actually pretty decent. I probably need to do something with like my back wall and that closet and whatnot, but it's a
Maybe
start.
that's what we have to look forward to then.
Yeah. And then we'll spruce up your wall next.
Yeah, I got to get some stuff behind me because I also want to get some more into video, and I'd love to get some other people from Impactable on our YouTube channel and talking through.
Let's just put like 3 shelves behind you and then get some like neon lights and artifacts, some Pokemon, whatever we need to put up there.
Sounds good.